it rolling, that's all.
All right,
Yeah.
we're rolling.
What's up, Smokey?
What's going on there, partner? So I guess this would be our first podcast, and we don't really exactly know how to go about the whole podcast thing. So what we're gonna do today is,
and wait, I think we're a little low in the podcast right now.
no,
Look
we're
at
good. We're
no,
good.
All right.
So check it out, right? What we're gonna do today is we're gonna do a recap of our 2020, 2019 20th annual gathering of the Juggalos recap vlog.
Yeah, man.
Live.
It ain't no line neither though.
So,
you know what I mean?
I guess we gotta start with whoop whoop, wicked clowns. So I guess the way that we gotta start this video off is, first of all, we weren't even gonna go.
No.
There was no chance in hell. So
Especially me.
Exactly, especially
who,
Malcolm.
You know, I'm an old timer and I'm not really into that rap that much actually.
Right. I'd been begging this guy for years to go, right?
But anyhow,
anyhow,
let my friend go on here for a minute.
We're good.
I know.
I'm
just adjusting a second.
So I commented on somebody's page or whatever. They're like, "Oh yeah, I'm getting ready to go to the gathering." It was on Instagram, and I'm like, "Shit, I can't go. I live in Connecticut. I can't find anybody to go with, whatever." So this girl commented, she's like, "I'm going," or whatever. I'm from Connecticut. So I hit her up and I was like, "So are you like offering to like bring me with you or whatever?" And she was like, "Oh, I gotta talk to my friend so and so." And I've never met this girl in my life, right? So she's like, "Oh yeah, my friend said that you could come." And I was like, "Yo, can my Uncle Mike come?" And there wasn't like enough room in the car or whatever. So the girl that originally invited me, she didn't end up going. So my Uncle Mike ended up being able to go. This girl drove all the way from Massachusetts to come fucking pick us up.
Yeah, man, she was cool, man. And I'll tell you what, especially my end of the story is, it was the first year I ever went to a Juggalo thing, and people there treated me so good and came up to me and welcomed me in so many times while I was there. I was totally shocked, I'll be honest with you.
Right.
You know, and it was an excellent situation. And to kind of speed up the story a little bit, 14 hours later, we pull into the show, and Uncle Mike, after 14 hours in the car, was
literally
a little bit sore. So I put one foot out of the car, and here comes this guy, who I like to call Big Red.
Shout out Big Red.
And, yeah, what up, bro? And come up with a big old jug of Jim Beam, which I went right ahead and took a big old slug off after 14 hours in the vehicle and shit.
Exactly.
And that's how my trip started there. And I'll tell you what, I've never been to one before. People gave me mushrooms. The story goes on and on, but people gave me all kinds of stuff and treated me cool as hell at the show. It was awesome.
So
man.
in other words, it wasn't anything like what you were expecting.
No,
right?
it wasn't nothing like that. Everyone there was awesome. People made me coffee in the morning. They didn't have to, but did anyhow. And you know what? That stuff is cool. Everybody there is a family, man. You know what I mean? And
Exactly.
I just wouldn't have really expected it to really be that way. But it is.
Right.
And I consider myself now a juggler.
Thank you very much. Whoop, whoop. So let me elaborate more on Mikey D's
There's
fucking
a ton
story.
of stories
right?
what happened on this trip. Hey, yeah.
Right? So we get out of the car, and you got to remember, I'm 31 years old. Uncle Mike's in his early 50s, right? So I step out of the car, and I'm thinking to myself, I'm hoping my Uncle Mike has a good time, because if he doesn't have a good time, I'm not going to have a good time. You know what I'm saying? So fucking automatically, fucking like Uncle Mike said, Big Red fucking just handed Uncle Mike a jug of Jim Beam, right?
Yeah, that's good
And
shit
fucking-
too. I like Jim Beam.
Hell yeah, right? Irish whiskey.
No, it's not Irish. It's Tennessee, but
Oh,
or
Tennessee
something,
whiskey.
but- yeah.
So anyways, fucking Uncle Mike steps out of the vehicle and fucking automatically somebody hands him a fucking bottle of Jim Beam, right? And we started talking about like aliens and this and that. They were talking about all kinds of cool
they
shit.
were real cool and shit, right?
Right.
And then we're gonna bounce back and forth.
Yeah.
And then, unbeknownst to us, we didn't know, but Big Red had a plan set ahead of time and shit.
Right.
He was gonna go down the fucking line and make sure everybody got a good nip off of that jug of his.
Exactly.
Next thing you know, like the Pied Piper, he just went right down the whole row of cars, and there was about 25 people at the end of the line.
Yeah, there was like 25 of us.
Partying. I
Just
met
chilling,
some kid
partying
from
at the
New
parking lot
Britain
party.
there, you know, and all
Yeah.
kinds of people. you
Jose.
know.
Yo, shout out.
yeah.
Shout out
What's
to
up,
D.
brother?
Shout out to D, Logan, Jose,
All of
Uncle
them,
Mike
all of
Jr.
them, all of them. Good to me.
everybody,
Smoked
man.
up with me and was nothing but generous and friendly and good to me and shit.
Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean? And I couldn't believe it because I seen some of them videos and I thought to myself, well, this shit is crazy, man. I'm gonna have to fucking bring
And
you
that
in.
was just the fucking parking lot party. We didn't even get inside the gathering yet.
We didn't even get in there yet, and it was a blast.
So
we ain't lying.
So the night that we left for the gathering, I didn't sleep at all, right? I didn't sleep at all. The whole way there, I didn't sleep. And then that night that we got there, I didn't sleep at all, right? So
was all
fucking,
wound up,
so
yeah.
they opened up the gates, right? And then we walked in, and can I see your lighter real fast?
Yeah.
Thank you. I'm gonna light this joint. So we
Yeah,
walked
go on,
in.
light that
We
motherfucker
walked
up.
in, right? And fucking somehow, some way, we got the best campsite in the whole fucking spot. Right on top of the hill.
Somehow, some way, man. I tell you what, I gotta step over that part of the story. Somehow, some way, Uncle Mike found that camp spot. But we'll move on from that part of the story.
It was a great
Somehow,
spot though,
some way.
because across the way from us, it was all sunny and hot during the day or whatever, and you know
We had the shade.
Oh,
we
we
had
were
the
right in the
beautiful
shade.
fire. I didn't mean to step up.
Nah,
I'll tell you what, we had a blast on that trip. Admit it.
Oh, yeah, dude.
Don't forget nothing. You know what I mean?
Yeah, right.
You know, we made a fire, right? We
Yeah.
cooked our own food. We had a camp up there. So
we
much
were the
shit
only
happened.
ones that had a fire up on the hill. And if you guys were at the hill that we're talking about, you know what fire we're
The
saying.
first night and the second night.
You know what fire
After
we're
that,
saying.
they had to show across the street, but
Yeah,
you-
exactly.
you stopped at the fire, and I say, whoop, whoop, all you people, especially people that stopped by and gave me a bag of mushrooms and some other shit.
Exactly.
I gotta say,
So
whoop,
let me ask you a question, Uncle Mike. What was your favorite part about the gathering?
what I just said.
What was your
Hang on.
favorite show, favorite thing that you did?
Oh yeah, I went to that the Suicide Boys, man. I tell you what, I like that beat. You know what I mean? That's my kind of beat and shit. You know.
Hell yeah.
And I liked all kind of shit there, man. The whole show was good. I didn't have a bad day while I was there, cooking hot dogs and hamburgers for people, handing them out to whoever's hungry and shit.
Exactly.
And that's how it's supposed to be, brother.
You got a Juggalo for Jesus shirt.
People gave me shirts. People gave me mushrooms, weed, pills. People just kept giving me shit.
I did acid, Night of Suicide Boys. That shit was, that was.
But I didn't do none of them drugs. They just gave them to me, and
he
gave
gave
I
them to
gave
me.
to a friend and shit.
Yeah. But dude,
I just smoked. That's it.
I've told Uncle Mike many a times that fucking that night of Suicide Boys and tripping on acid and shit, that was the best night of my fucking life.
He had a blast. My nephew had a blast on the trip. I also had a blast, which I thought I wouldn't have a blast, but I did have a blast on the trip also.
And I've said to Uncle Mike on many occasions that fucking, if it wasn't for him going with me, I mean, dude, it was just the best time I ever had in my entire life, bro.
But wait, let's not leave out our friend and our road dog, Rachel, who, like I said, did all the driving for us to get there and backed us up the whole way. She was cool as hell. She was another cool person that I met at the Juggalo party, you know?
Yeah.
And she was a road dog, and she did good, and she didn't complain, nothing.
Rachel was
She
so
went
cool,
the 14 hours straight.
And didn't even know us. Drove from Massachusetts to
Trusted
Connecticut.
us, but we were good to her too,
Right.
And she was good to us. And see
Exactly.
how cool that shit could be,
Exactly.
right?
That's family right there, bro.
We never met her, she never met us.
Shout out to Rachel.
Yeah.
Shout out to Blake. Shout out
Rachel,
to
give me
Taylor. Everybody.
Rachel, bring me down for a piece of pizza too. I'm hungry. No, I'm
yeah.
only kidding. No.
Hell yeah. But anyways, it was the greatest fucking time, man.
Tell more stories.
Uh,
You got way more stories. You know, like the tripping.
the coolest thing that happened to me, like Uncle Mike just said, I was tripping. And I'm into like crypto, zoology, and shit like that, cryptids. So I was in fear that I was being chased by a fucking Wendigo, right? So I'm walking down the hill from main stage, right? And fucking, I noticed this dude next to me, and I'm like all freaked out or whatever. And I'm like, yo, what's up, man? Just trying to talk to him or whatever, so I'm not so freaked out, right? So fucking this dude, he's like, yo, fucking, I recognize your accent. He's like, yo, you from Connecticut? I'm like, yeah. How the fuck did you know that? He's like, yo, fucking, I'm from Connecticut too, right? So he's like, where you from? I'm like, I live in Bristol. And he was like, word, whatever, blah, blah, blah. I was like, oh, I live by so-and-so, Buster's. It's a hot dog joint up the street from where I live, right? And he's like, word, no shit, fucking, I live by like the fucking yarn store. So fucking turns out this dude's like my neighbor a couple houses fucking down. And actually, I'll show you fucking real fast fucking how close this dude lives. Fucking this blue fucking house right there, not the yellow one, the blue one right there. My fucking neighbor, right? So we're like, we're talking or whatever, and he's like, dude, fucking, like, I'm basically your fucking neighbor or whatever. Yeah, sorry, I fucked it up.
Nah.
But, anyways, dude, fucking, it was just wild as hell, man.
Yeah.
'Cause I was tripping, and the last thing I ever expected was to run into one of my neighbors,
Yeah.
And,
But the wild thing too that happened on your trip there, right, is how once we got there, I did my own thing, you did your own thing, and Rachel did her own thing.
We all got.
She came back Rachel came back one night. She told me she was out dancing with somebody.
Yeah,
and
that's
this
cool,
and that.
man.
She had a blast too. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And she's a cool person, man. You
Dude,
know what I mean?
I ran into my friend Amber. She lives in Connecticut. Well, she lives in Arizona now, but I ran into her, and we watched the ICP set together. She was on my shoulders and shit, cause she's like 4 foot fucking, I don't even know. No offense, but she's just a little short thing, little thing. But it was fun, man. Fucking, it was the greatest gathering that I had ever been to. It was my third. Actually fourth. One, the Oklahoma gathering, I don't like to talk about, so I don't consider it really the gathering story. But that's a story for another day that I'll probably never tell. Anyways, this gathering though, I think my favorite thing was obviously Suicide Boys, like Uncle Mike.
Oh, that was good. The wrestling
was dope.
Was great.
Shout out to Kitty.
It was all good, really, right? I mean, it was a great show, and we didn't run into no problems there at all. You know what I mean?
I mean, there was people that got
others
robbed.
did, I guess, but not us.
Yeah, so. Right. There's some people that had very not good times.
Yeah.
And we had a fucking blast. Honestly,
and
we had a blast.
Were just welcomed in there and just had a blast. You ain't lying, brother.
Yeah. And Uncle Mike got to try his first Faygo.
Yeah.
What did you think about Faygo, bro?
It was soda.
It was soda, he says. But anyway, I guess this is the end of our video for now.
All right, man.
Whoop,
Peace
whoop.
out. Whoop, whoop.
All right, wicked clowns never die.
We can already add on some later, right?
Yeah.
There be no concern about paying for it. It's already taken care of. There be no worry, honey.
As much as you, obviously.
Yeah, what she did too.
Come on, get me in
Wait,
there.
get in there. Get him in there too.
Run away from you takes time, pain. I don't even want you.
Let's have the interview. The interview.
Hey, yo, this is the interview right now. You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying,
This is the
dog.
motherfucking Coolio Fulio with the fucking acid fucking Mac fucking daddy.
Already know.
With the motherfucker. Where did you get the acid from?
The acid? Shit, I found it from a fucking ninja.
I'm gonna have to find that same ninja and get me some. Hey, yo, Ski, what's happening?
Hey, yo, this is Ski. You know what I mean?
Uncle Mike's sleeping right now. We're using the fucking flashlight. Our boy's Red fucking over there. There's my boy Red. But yo,
Hey, old girl look good, huh?
yeah, she did. I licked her.
Just My Luck 666.
Yeah.
Thank you, man, for supporting me, man.
Always, dude. And you
What are you doing tonight?
I'm just chilling, watching Ghost Man.
Are you going down the hill later?
Oh yeah, I'll be down there.
There's gonna be a lot of dope shit popping off later, I think.
I'm trying to locate my shrooms right now.
But we did tell me how about around us like dying to bury. Thank you. Alright, now it's time
joking, golden buses, 740 ounces, getting dumb, dumb. We got the busted love, working all night, we hide up the back to wet. It's not enough. I give up my nigga to give us a plan, yo. Double up, nigga, what you need? We got we do your thing, but we need it. Love the first show, but it ain't no cause I'm up okay with the most on. You can't get away with it, talk that hell, keep your faith rolling. We having a celebration, stay high. Nigga, never leave when it's time to play. I'm done for my crime, I have to cry. Put your feet to the back, cause mom's got a grab on the grill. If we got the move, you know what the fuck I'm under, we chill slowly. Whether it's time of a savage,
uncles. Let's go. Walking to me, go in front of his home when he did the boo was wrong. Hold on, gotta hold on, get a bit wrong, where we go. Get a good lead on, gotta show you who can lean on. Yeah, we pray. Hey, yo, Juggalos. Everybody get one hand up in the air and follow Bone Girls in harmony like this. See you at the
It's called the war. Just let your body talk till you're deep in a trance. I said, you don't need no partner. You can walk out alone.
Second I was born, Dr. Doom against the wall. Kicked open the doors and he whipped me down the hall. I'm sliding and I'm bouncing off shit like a hockey puck. And my mother's like, what the fuck? Said I was born of an alien race, born with a hatchet and a juggalo face. But I'm not a Martian, you wouldn't understand. I'm just a dead body man. But sometimes get lost, I know. Sometimes get lost. Kid hero, I've just been wondering why. I've just been wondering why. I've seen some children crossing the bridge. What kind of life did they get to live? What kind of choice do they get to make? What if it was us? I never questioned the book, but let's say I live by the book. I never ate meat on Tuesdays. How much bigger would my wings look? Yeah, I try to pray every day, but sometimes get lost on the